All right. If you don't know anything about the Invasive Species Project, maybe you were gone last time, or maybe you just need a refresher, you are going to be researching one invasive species that's here in the United States. There are 4 different parts to the project. Number 1 is the article of review, which is basically just your background, gathering information, researching. Number 2, you're going to make an illustration. Number 3, you're going to write a CER about whether humans should intervene with invasive species. And then part 4, you're going to make a presentation. So part 1, you're just going to go to the Power School, go to the class page. It's actually under this ecosystems unit, the drop down, it says invasive species. So go ahead and click on your part 1 article review, and you can open up that assignment, which looks like this. And as you can see when it loads, this is really just your research component. So once you choose a species, you're going to put your name up here. You're going to find 3 pictures. You can just use Google for that, or remember, if you just want to use the Google Docs feature, you just go to Insert, Image, and then search the web, which comes up with this little side panel way that you can easily find pictures. Once it loads, the internet's being a little bit slow. Okay, so then if I was doing a lionfish, I can just type that in there. Again, once it loads, insert, and then you can just put it where you want it. Okay, then the rest of the pictures are really just to, again, gather background information so that you can complete the rest of the project. I will say on almost all of these, there are more than one question. So in order for you to get all of your points for it, you need to make sure you answer every question specifically. The more information, the better. No, you cannot copy and paste, but you shouldn't need to, right? You're just describing. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions about that. So to choose your invasive species, remember you have this link up here, which gives you your list of options. And then these are the 3 sources that you must use. You can use extra sources outside of there. I had some students working in guided study this morning, and when they got to the illustration, they were wondering, like, well, a primary consumer is not really, involved in my invasive species. So then you would just look at, well, I know that my invasive species is in the ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida. So I'm just going to look up that in general and see what types of animals live there. So it could be, remember, it's an ecosystem. So there's all trophic levels of animals. Just because they're not interfering with your invasive species directly doesn't mean it's not going to be affected or that it's not in that same area. So it is okay to use outside resources if you're looking for some of those things, but I would like you to start with these 3. Okay, so here is your list of options, and you are open to whatever. Remember, if you click on the source 1 and scroll down, everyone should have some videos. Most of you started with that last time. All right, well, go ahead and finish this up. Make sure you turn it in when it is done, and yeah, reach out if you have any questions.